Дорогие, прекрасные, волшебные наши ученицы!
Our beautiful, magical, dear students.
Мы очень рады снова с вами встретиться в эфире и приготовили для вас удивительную, очень древнюю практику.
We're really happy to see you again on air, and we have prepared for you an amazing, very ancient practice.
Мы сегодня будем с вами говорить об Onome, изучать, что же это такое и как с этим удивительным явлением вообще работать.
Today, we will be talking about Onome, study what it is, and how to work with this amazing phenomenon.
Вспомните, пожалуйста, что в нашем курсе мы с вами говорили о состоянии самодостаточности, о состоянии большой силы для женщины.
Please remember that we have talked about the state of self-sufficiency, the state of great power for a woman.
Да? И мы также говорили о том, что женщина должна выбирать, это ее право космическое.
And we also talked about the fact that a woman should choose. This is her cosmic right.
Мы даже с вами разбирали, что из-за блокировки сексуальной энергии у нас есть травмы, страхи,
We even discussed that due to the blockage of sexual energy, we have traumas and fears.
да, и мы обозначили с вами две самых главных крайности. Женщина либо как Золушка ждет какого-то мифического принца, либо соглашается на брак со Шреком, чтобы стать Шречкой.
And we have outlined the two most important extremes. A woman either waits like Cinderella for some mythical prince or agrees to marry Shrek in order to become like a Shrekish.
Да. И я еще раз скажу, что наши вебинары, они рассчитаны на духовных женщин.
And I will also say again that our webinars are designed for spiritual women.
И это не значит, что духовная женщина та, которая там, может быть, 10 лет прожила в монастыре или ходит в какую-то группу духовную.
And this does not mean that a spiritual woman is the one who perhaps lived in a monastery for 10 years or goes to some kind of spiritual group,
Да? Или человек занимается йогой, например, несколько лет.
or if a person has been practicing yoga for several years.
Все это прекрасно, но духовность начинается с другого.
All of this is wonderful, but spirituality begins with something else.
Духовность начинается с того, что ты начинаешь видеть, что мир не такой, как тебе его описывают и как тебя убеждают, какой он.
Spirituality starts with the fact that you begin to see that the world is not as it is described to you and as they convince you what it is like.
Да, на самом деле, как только мы видим эту вот как бы зазор между тем, что я чувствую и что мне внушают, я должна чувствовать, в этот момент и просыпается духовность.
In fact, as soon as we see this gap between what I feel and what they tell me I should feel, at this moment spirituality awakens.
И вот здесь духовная женщина, та, которая говорит, подождите, я воспринимаю по-другому, поэтому хочу сделать свою жизнь другой.
And here is where the spiritual woman understands. She says, wait, I perceive it differently. That's why I want to make my life different.
То есть тот человек, который уже принял решение, что он хочет менять свою жизнь, это уже человек, вставший на духовный путь.
That is the person who has decided that he or she wants to change his or her life is already a person who has embarked on a spiritual path.
И вот дальше следующий этап – это мы должны найти знания, которые мне помогут теперь сознательно идти по духовному пути.
And then the further stage would be that we must find the knowledge that will now help me consciously follow my spiritual path.
Вот. И в древности для этого и существовали духовные школы, потому что они и были источником знаний, то есть источником другой альтернативной точки зрения.
That's why spiritual schools existed existed in ancient times because they were a source of knowledge that is a source of another alternative point of view.
И вот сейчас мы пытаемся через эти вебинары донести до вас альтернативную точку зрения.
And here, with these webinars, we're trying to convey you an alternative point of view.
Да. И только попробовав, вы сможете оценить, что работает. Старые шаблоны, которые мне внушали с детства, или вот эта духовная точка зрения.
And only after trying, you will be able to appreciate whether the old patterns that were instilled in me since childhood work, or whether this spiritual point of view works.
Вот. И вот поскольку для женщины главная часть ее жизни– это построение отношений с партнером, построение семьи, поэтому именно в этой области больше всего шаблонов.
And since for a woman, the main part of her life is building a relationship with a partner, building a family, therefore, it is in this area that there are most templates.
И вот здесь нам и хочется донести до женщин другую точку зрения, как по-другому начать уже создавать новые отношения.
And this is where we want to bring a different point of view for women on how to start creating new relationships differently.
Да. И мы с вами в нашем курсе говорим о том, что женщина может создать того человека, идеального партнера, притянуть в свою жизнь.
And in our course, we talk about how a woman can create an ideal partner, attract the right person into her life.
Да. Отлично, мы с этим согласились. Я готова создавать его сама.
Well, wonderful. We agree to this. I'm ready to create him myself.
Да. Следующий важный этап мы с вами сделали. Мы написали список качеств, которые мы хотим, чтобы в этом человеке присутствовали, и список качеств или ситуаций, которые категорически в нем не должно быть.
Then the next important step we took was writing a list of qualities that we want this person to have and a list of qualities or situations that absolutely should not be present in him.
И мы с вами этот образ создали и отправили его во Вселенную.
And we have created this image and set it out throughout the universe.
И вот здесь многие женщины мне написали. Они сказали, все хорошо, все прекрасно, это был очень красивый образ, но теперь, пока я буду его ждать, что же мне делать? Я не хочу быть одна.
And here, many women wrote to me. They said, everything is good, everything is wonderful. This is a very beautiful image. But now, while I will wait for him, what should I do? I don't want to be alone.
И вот здесь к нам снова приходят на помощь древние женские знания.
And here again, ancient women's knowledge come to our help.
Да. И мы с вами будем сегодня учиться общаться со своим Onome, чтобы каждый день вы могли общаться с ним и не чувствовали себя одинокой.
And today we will learn to communicate with our Onome so that you can communicate with him every day and not feel lonely.
Да. И мы с вами знаем такой принцип, что с кем поведешься, от того и наберешься, то есть на того и станешь похож.
And we know the principle: whoever you hang out with, who you will become like. That is, you'll become like them.
Да. Особенно женщина. Она очень быстро становится отражением своего партнера, становится такая же, как партнер, потому что она подстраивается.
This is especially valid for women. She quickly becomes a reflection of her partner and becomes the same as her partner because she adapts.
Да? И шаблоны нам говорят, не переживай, выходи замуж за Шрека, ты его изменишь.
And the patterns tell us, don't worry, marry a Shrek, you'll change him.
Но на самом деле происходит другое в реальности. Мы выходим замуж за Шрека и меняемся под его влиянием, потому что мы под него подстраиваемся. И вот мы уже Шречка.
But in reality, something different happens. We marry Shrek and change under his influence because we adapt to him. And now we're a Shrek woman.
Но мы же этого не хотим, мы хотели другого.
But we don't want this. We wanted something else.
Вот. И поэтому древние мудрецы создали практику специально для женщин – общение со своим космическим Онome.
That's why the ancient sages created a practice specifically for women to communicate with their cosmic anime.
И Онome, сейчас вы это увидите, это лучшие наши качества, это лучшая наша противоположная половинка.
And anime, you will see it now, these are our best qualities. This is our best opposite half.
И если вы будете общаться со своей собственной лучшей частью, лучшими проявлениями своих качеств, вы будете становиться лучше. То есть не шречкой, а лучше.
And if you will be communicated with your own best part, with the best manifestations of the qualities you have, you will become better. That is, you will not become like a Shrek woman.
Итак, давайте погрузимся сейчас в урок одного из наших семинаров легендарных, который стал основой этой книги.
So let's dive into one of our legendary seminars in the lesson from it, which has become the basis of this book.
Да? И попробуйте себя перенести в это занятие и почувствовать себя на месте учеников. Это, кстати, откроет вам дорогу на семинар, и вы сможете быстрее приехать.
And try to transfer yourself into this lesson and feel yourself in place of the students. This, by the way, will open the way for you to the seminars. You will be able to arrive faster.
Итак, важное знание семинара об Онome.
So let's see the important knowledge from the seminar about anime.
Onome is a creature of the opposite sex who exists in the subtle world and is the embodiment of the human ideal. To meet your true love in the physical world, you should first establish contact with your Onome from the subtle world.
During Lyria's explanation, Arthur was eagerly catching every word she said. When she asked everyone to stand up, inviting them to practice, Arthur tried to relax and tune in as much as possible to the upcoming practice. Following the ringing and enchanting voice of the woman, he sank deep into himself and remembered the amazing, pure romantic feeling of elation, the sincere delight of the first youthful love. Suddenly, the boy felt the presence of someone good, light, beautiful, holy. The next moment, Arthur saw his ideal vividly and felt an emotional connection with it. He began to cry, experiencing a surge of joy, admiration for beauty, tenderness, and kindness. He cried with delight that he had found in himself what he had long sought and did not know where to find. He began to communicate with Onome, and beautiful poems were born in his heart, which he dedicated to her. Other people around were having similar experiences. Some, like Arthur, wept crystal tears of purification. Others had their faces illuminated by a brighter inner light, and still others felt emotions so strong that they felt a small shiver run through their bodies.
Я надеюсь, что вы пережили состояние, что вы сейчас находитесь на семинаре.
I hope that you relieved the state that now you're on the seminar.
Да. И мы проводим такие семинары вживую, поэтому пишите свою заявку, обязательно регистрируйтесь, чтобы получить расписание и чтобы попасть на вот такой живой тренинг работы вот с такими глубокими-глубокими вещами.
And we hold these seminars live, so please submit your application and be sure to register to receive the schedule and to get to this live training to work on such profound things.
То есть мы специально не публикуем свое расписание публично, потому что это для тех людей, которые действительно хотят трансформировать свою жизнь.
That is, we deliberately do not publicly publish our schedule because it's for those people who really want to transform their lives.
Итак, мы увидели с вами, как происходит энергетическое соединение с Onome.
So, we have seen how the energetic connection with your Onome occurs.
Да. И теперь давайте разберемся, что же нам дает наше Onome.
And now let's discuss what our Onome gives us.
Да. Прежде всего, мы должны понять, что Onome – это наш идеальный божественный партнер.
First of all, we should understand that Onome is our ideal divine partner.
Да? То есть этот божественный партнер всегда рядом с нами. Мы всегда можем его позвать. Это то, что никто у нас не может забрать.
That is, this divine partner is always next to us. We can always call him. This is something that no one can take away from us.
Да? И Onome всегда противоположного пола. То есть к женщине будет приходить мужской образ, к мужчине женский.
And an Onome is always of an opposite sex. That is, a woman will have a male image of Onome and a man will have a female image.
И часто Onome называют как идеальная божественная половинка. То есть это наши лучшие противоположные качества.
And an Onome is often called the ideal divine half. That is, these are our best opposite qualities.
И это настолько чистый, настолько возвышенное понятие Onome, это фактически совершенный образ божественной любви.
And this is as much pure, sublime, divine concept that this is practically the perfect image of the divine love.
Да. И ученые очень долго считали, что Onome это какая-то, может быть, воображение или иллюзия, но за последнее время доказали, что Onome это реальность.
And scientists for a long time believed that Onome is some kind of illusion, a kind of imagination, but recently they have proven that Onome is reality.
Да. Маленький урок, может быть, в биологию, но вспомните, пожалуйста.
Maybe a small lesson in biology, but please remember.
Да? Когда ребенок находится в утробе матери, то происходит разделение X и Y хромосом. Они делятся, и благодаря этому ребенок развивается.
When a child is in the womb of the mother, the X and Y chromosomes are separated and they divide. And thanks to this, the child develops.
Да? И вот ученые наконец-то доказали то, что знали древние люди. X, Y хромосомы, они отвечают за определенные физические качества, качества характера.
Well, scientists have finally proven that ancient people knew X, Y chromosomes are responsible for certain physical qualities and character traits.
Да? И в определенный момент одна из хромосом берет вверх, и тогда формируется пол ребенка, а другая хромосома, она продолжает развиваться, но она как бы уходит в тень.
And at a certain point, one of the chromosomes takes over, and then the sex of the child is formed. And the other chromosome continues to develop, but it kind of fades into the shadow.
Вот. И та хромосома, которая вышла вперед, определила пол, она отвечает за образование физического тела и тех качеств характера, которые будут проявлены у человека в его судьбе.
So the chromosome that came forward determined the gender, It is responsible for the formation of the physical body and those character traits that will be manifested in a person in his or her destiny.
Да. А вот та хромосома, которая уходит как бы в сторону, она продолжает развивать все остальные имеющиеся качества только в тонком плане, то есть в непроявленном плане.
But that chromosome that goes off to the side continues to develop all the other existing qualities only on the subtle plane, that is, on the unmanifested plane.
Вы помните, мы с вами говорили в начале нашего курса, что человек является самодостаточным существом, не является чьей-то половинкой.
If you remember, we were discussing at the very beginning of our course that a person is a self-sufficient being and is not someone else's half.
Да? Мы вспоминали с вами легенду о том, что когда-то боги разделили человека на мужчину и женщину, и поэтому человек всю свою жизнь ищет свою половинку.
We recalled the legend that once gods divided man into a man and a woman, and therefore people spent their entire life searching for the soulmate.
Да, но на самом деле эта легенда говорит о том, что одна часть у человека качеств в проявленном мире, вот как мы это сейчас увидели, а другая часть, она как раз развивается в непроявленном мире, то есть в тонком плане.
But in fact, this legend says that one part of a person is a quality in the manifested world, as we have just seen, and the other part is developing in an unmanifested world, that is on the subtle level.
И как раз эта гениальная идея, гениальная практика тантрическая в том, чтобы соединяться со своим анаме, то есть соединяться с самим собой, со своим непроявленным потенциалом.
This is precisely the brilliant idea, the brilliant practice of Tantra, in that you connect with your Onome. You connect with yourself, with your unmanifested potential.
Да? Понимаете? То есть в этой практике ты возвращаешься к самому себе, к единству, к тому, что мы называем вернуться в свою силу.
You understand? In this practice, you return to yourself, to your unity, to what we call returning to your power.
Да? И в практике взаимодействия с анаме происходит очень потрясающая трансформация сексуальной энергии.
And in the practice of interacting with your anime, a very amazing transformation of sexual energy occurs.
То есть вместо обычного воображения, когда мы мечтаем о непонятном принце или о Шреке, и наша энергия сливается на вот эти фантазии, сливается на привязанности, сливается на страдания. Вместо этого
This is instead of the usual imagination when we dream of an incomprehensible prince or about Shrek, or our energy is drained into these fantasies, drained into attachments, drained into suffering. Instead of all of this,
вот вместо этого наша энергия идет на контакт со своей идеальной половинкой, со своим непроявленным талантом, то есть она поднимается вверх и пробуждает в нас творчество и развитие.
so instead of all of that, our energy comes into contact with our ideal partner and our unmanifested talent. That is, it rises up and awakens creativity and development in us.
То есть через эту практику соединения с анаме мы достигаем соединения с самим собой, соединения проявленного и непроявленного в себе. И самое главное, мы перестаем искать какую-то половинку в окружающем мире. Мы находим себя.
That is, we achieve a connection with this practice, with ourselves, a connection between the manifested and the unmanifested in ourselves. And most importantly, we stop searching for some other half in the surrounding world. We are ourselves.
Да.
we
И
find
давайте с вами
ourselves.
сейчас еще погрузимся в одно важное видео.
And now let's immerse into another important video.
Я часто как терапевт, как специалист по многим практикам сталкиваюсь с тем, что людям есть очень много сексуальных блоков, они даже не могут выйти на контакт со своим анаме.
I, as a therapist, as a specialist, I very often face the fact that people have a lot of sexual blockages. They're not even able to get in contact with the anime.
Например, если человек пережил какую-либо форму сексуального или эмоционального насилия, любую, то есть от реально физического насилия до просто прессинга от родителей или от партнера,
For example, if a person went through some kind of violence, it could be any kind of violence from physical or simply emotional pressure from parents or partner.
у такого человека сексуальная энергия блокирована, внутри много страхов, и мы вообще порой отказываемся от любого контакта с человеком противоположного пола.
And for such a person, the sexual energy is blocked inside. There are many fears there, and we sometimes generally refuse any contact with a person of the opposite sex.
Да, вы можете посмотреть 19 эпизод Untold Story of Love.
You can watch episode 19 of the Untold Story of Love.
Да? И посмотрите это сложная серия. Она как раз рассказывает о ситуации детского сексуального насилия.
Please watch it. It's a difficult episode. It precisely talks about child sexual abuse.
Да? Но именно через контакт с анаме, то есть с самой собой, со своей внутренней мужской силой, женщина вышла из этого огромного кризиса и построила здоровые отношения.
But it was through contact with her anime, with this inner masculine power, that the woman emerged from this huge crisis and built healthy relationship.
То есть контакт со своим анаме, оно еще и вылечивает нас. Но если мы столкнулись с прям серьезными травмами, пожалуйста, не стесняясь, приходите на индивидуальный сеанс, так же, как это сделала главная героиня 19 серии.
That is, if we have faced traumas, then Onome is able to cure us. But please, if you faced serious injury traumas, please do not hesitate to come to individual sessions, just like the main character of the 19th episode did.
Да, пожалуйста, не постесняйтесь написать на любой из контактов, потому что это очень болезненный момент. Доработать до конца, убрать все последствия сексуального насилия. Это можно сделать только индивидуально, и вот мы это будем делать очень мягко через работу с вашим анаме.
Please don't hesitate to write to any of the contacts because this is a very painful moment to work through to the end to remove all the consequences of sexual violence. This can only be done individually, and we will do this very gently through working with your anime.
Итак, тогда давайте погрузимся в еще один важный эпизод.
So let's immerse into one more important episode.
И вы даже можете почувствовать себя на месте главной героини.
And you can even feel yourself in the place of the main character.
You know, my dear, there are two parts in every human being, male and female. One is bodily manifested, and the other is not. Since you are a woman, you also have an inner man. That's you too. And in one incarnation, you could be a man, and in another, you could be a woman. The unmanifested part is veiled. It is in the subtle plane, constantly near you, and you can feel your inner man. Remember how you imagine your ideal man, how he looks like, how he manifests himself. Do you have such an image?
Yes, I do, but I thought that he could only be in my imagination, and that in life all men were bastards.
This image is your ideal, your inner man. He is also called Onome. Now visualize him again. The more detailed, the better. Imagine how he meets you, how he talks to you. He does everything the way you want him to.
Veronica closed her eyes and visualized her Onome. A happy, bright smile appeared on her face. Lyria continued to speak, gently guiding the development of their relationship with precise phrases.
Good, dear. Remember everything you saw, and now communicate more often with your ideal, and come to me again in a week.
The next time Lyria laid Veronica comfortably in a large chair and asked her to summon her ideal again. Alice watched Lyria's work with amazement. She had never heard of this approach before, although she had read many books on psychology. The tutor left Veronica in this slight, happy state until she began to come out of it herself.
Вот так нежно, так очень бережно проходит индивидуальная работа, когда она связана с сексуальными вопросами, с раскрытием женственности.
This is how very gently, very carefully individual work occurs when it is related to sexual issues with the disclosure of femininity.
Вот. Поэтому, пожалуйста, ни в коем случае не стесняйтесь.
That's why, please don't be shy by any means.
Да. И эта древняя практика работы с Onome, она позволяет нам изменить вообще в принципе взгляд на жизнь и на отношения с партнером.
And this ancient practice of working with Onome, it allows us to change our outlook on life in general and on relationships with our partners.
Посмотрите, когда мы связаны с нашим Onome, с этой чистой энергией, то это защищает нас от всех привязанностей и от ревности.
Look, when we're connected with Onome, with this pure energy, then it protects us from all the attachments, from jealousy.
Посмотрите, ведь это раскрывает весь наш потенциал, наши таланты.
Just look, this reveals our full potential, our talents.
Конечно же, наша энергия поднимается вверх от анахаты, выше, выше, выше.
Of course, our energy rises up from Anahata higher and higher.
И через контакт с Onome происходит развитие возвышенных эмоций, возвышенных, их прямо это называется, божественных состояний.
And through the contact with Onome, the development of supreme emotions, it is called divine states, occurs.
И наша душа, она понимает, насколько ценно вот эти правильные отношения, и в душе вырабатывается такой, ну как иммунитет. Мы больше не согласны на Шрека, мы не будем ждать какого-то мифического принца, мы хотим настоящих духовных отношений.
And our soul understands how valuable these right relationships are, and we get a kind of immunity that is developed in the soul, and we no longer agree with We will no longer settle on a Shrek. We won't wait for some mythical prince. We want a real spiritual relationship.
Итак, когда мы проводим такую практику регулярно, практику слияния с Онome, наша душа обладает этими удивительными теперь качествами.
So, when we do this practice regularly, the practice of merging with Onome, our soul now has these amazing qualities.
Да? И теперь вопрос, на который я обещала ответить вам в прошлом вебинаре. А что делать, если у вас уже есть отношения, которые вас устраивают?
And now the question I promised to answer last webinar. What should I do if I already have a relationship that suits me?
Вот, тогда вы образ этого аноме совершенный, со всеми качествами, которые вы прописали, вы энергетически каждый раз одеваете на вашего партнера.
So then the image of this perfect anime with all the qualities that you have described, you energetically put this image of your anime on your partner every time.
Да? То есть если у вас нет партнера, то мы просим это божественное аноме прийти в нашу жизнь, материализоваться вот со всеми теми качествами, которые мы с вами прописали.
If you don't have a partner, then we ask this divine Onome, divine being, to come into our lives and materialize with all these qualities that we have written down.
Да? Но если у вас уже есть партнер, то мы просим наше аноме, божественную половинку, как бы энергетически сверху на партнера одеться, и чтобы эта энергия трансформировала нашего партнера в качество нашего аноме.
But if you already have a partner, then we ask our divine half to energetically be put on top of the partner, and for this energy to transform our partner into the qualities of our Onome.
И, конечно, любое действие, или это материализация, притяжение такого партнера, или это трансформация имеющегося партнера в нужные качества, требует энергии. Пожалуйста, помните об этом.
And of course, any action, whether it is materialization or if it is attraction of such a partner or transformation of an existing partner into a desired quality, all of this requires energy. Please remember this.
Итак, мы с вами сейчас погружаемся в практику соединения с аноме, и, пожалуйста, когда вы будете аноме сейчас визуализировать, чувствовать, вложите в него те качества, которые вы прописывали.
So, we are now diving into the practice of connecting with Onome. When you visualize your Onome now, feel it. Feel and put into him the qualities that you have written down.
Это очень важно. Качества, которые я хочу, чтобы были в этом аноме, то есть в моем будущем партнере, который придет ко мне, и качества, которых категорически там не должно быть.
This is very important, so that the qualities I want my partner to have, my future partner, who will come to me, and the qualities which absolutely should not be there.
И после вот этого удивительного соединения с аноме в конце практики обязательно попросите аноме прийти к вам через нового физического партнера, либо трансформировать вашего имеющегося партнера в зависимости от вашей сейчас ситуации.
And after this amazing connection with the Onome at the end of the practice, be sure to ask him to come to you through a new physical partner or to transform your partner properly, depending on your current situation.
Ну что ж, садитесь удобно, так, чтобы вы могли облокотиться о спинку стула, может быть, голову положить на что-то. Если вы можете лечь, это тоже можно, потому что на экран не обязательно смотреть, а вы будете слышать голос.
Well, now please sit down comfortably so that you can be comfortable, lean back, and maybe rest your head on the back of the chair. If you want to lay down, you can, because you don't have to look at the screen. You will just hear the voice.
И не забудьте вложить в ваше аноме все прописанные качества
And please don't forget to put into your onome all the qualities that you have written down.
и не забудьте в конце попросить аноме прийти к вам как новый партнер или трансформировать того, который у вас есть.
And please don't forget at the end of the practice to ask your onome to come to you as a new partner or transform the one that you already have.
Union with your Onome. Sit down in a quiet, safe place. Straighten your spine. The crown of your head reaches upward as if a thread of light is connecting you to the sky. Let your shoulders soften and relax. Rest your hands gently on your knees. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. With every breath, you arrive more and more deeply within yourself. The most mysterious tantric practice is the discovery of your ideal, your Onome. Every human being carries this inner longing to find their counterpart, this higher light within. Every person has a counterpart. Some call it a soulmate, but in truth, it is something even higher. It is a part of your soul in the form of the opposite gender, existing in the subtle spiritual realm surrounding you, very close to you. Remember your very first longing to fall in love. That feeling, as if butterflies filled your stomach, that exciting, tender heartbeat, that deep yearning for unconditional love. And when you remember it, you may realize that this was the very first moment you truly felt the connection to your Onome. Sadly, many people project this ideal onto others and inevitably experience disappointment because this love does not begin outside of you. Others, however, draw creative power from this connection to their Onome. They write poetry, paint, compose music, create beauty. Yet this ideal, the Onome, is more than a dream, symbol, or fantasy. It is real. It is a living, subtle embodiment, a mirror, a part of your soul existing in the spiritual world. Many cultures have spoken of it and given it many names, such as soulmates, but it is something higher. We call it Onome. And now, with this knowledge in your heart, your journey begins. A journey towards the place where you will meet him. So once again, take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Close your eyes, sink deeply into your heart, and now you see yourself stepping into a vast, paradise-like landscape. You walk barefoot across soft grass. Around you bloom beautiful flowers, each radiant and unique in its own way. You are wearing a beautiful, flowing summer dress that gently brushes against your legs. You feel the warmth and softness of the earth beneath your feet. The flowers around you glow in every color imaginable, and between them a path appears. You follow this path. Around you drift the scents of jasmine, rose, lavender, citrus, and the warmth of the sun upon your skin. You gently move a few branches aside, like lifting a veil, and like a gateway into another world, a breathtaking clearing opens before you, a beach. Ahead of you lies the ocean. Barefoot, you walk, almost floating across the warm, soft sand. The sunset paints the sky in shades of gold and rose. The gentle sound of the waves washes over you, and the wind softly caresses your skin like a loving breath, your heart becomes still and vast. In deep bliss, you walk along the shoreline. Your feet occasionally touch the cool ocean water. A profound happiness fills your heart. You gaze into the distance, and there, a silhouette appears. Tall, powerful, confident, present. With a calm and self-assured presence, he walks toward you. With every step you see more clearly. His broad shoulders, his grounded posture, his strong, radiant face, and then you see his eyes, beautifully defined features, a warm, heartfelt smile, a gaze filled with tenderness and fascination for you. You're amazed by his strength and kindness. You notice his eyes, his lips barely move, and yet you feel him softly saying, "Hello." He reaches out his hand to you, warm, large, strong. Tenderly, you place your hand into his, and in that very moment, everything becomes still. The world falls silent. Time and space dissolve. Only you and him remain. He gently holds your hand and softly touches your fingers, and with a deep voice, he says, "I have waited for you for so long." You look into his eyes and see endless, unconditional love within them. Your heart begins to beat faster. Your entire being fills with warmth and joyful excitement. From now on, you will come closer and closer to me. Then he lifts his other arm, and suddenly a magnificent bouquet of your favorite flowers appears before you. Surprised and guided by your intuition, you lean closer and breathe deeply in their fragrance. The scent fills your entire body with sweetness and warmth. You close your eyes for a moment, and when you look back at him, you see a wide, loving smile upon his face. Happiness rises within you so strongly that you want to dance, sing, and laugh. With a confident yet gentle movement, he takes your hand and spins you playfully in a circle. He admires you and softly draws you closer. And together, you begin to dance. The world around you moves with you. The ocean, the sky, the earth, the setting sun, the first stars appearing above you. But your entire focus rests on him, his gaze, his love, his warmth. You dance freely, sensually, powerfully. Your movements flow like art through the air. Your hips sway gracefully. Your arms create beautiful shapes around you. And you see how deeply he admires every movement you make, as if you are the most beautiful being he has ever seen. Then he gently pulls you close, and you melt into his strong embrace. Your head rests softly against his chest, and you hear his heartbeat. You feel his arms holding you safely and lovingly. You feel his deep care for you, his desire to protect you, support you, shower you with love and beautiful gifts, and with gratitude and joy, you allow yourself to receive. Quietly you whisper, "Thank you." Together you gaze across the endless ocean and the golden sky, and suddenly you understand what you have always searched for. You have found it. You have found it. It is here, and it has always been here, so close to you. Slowly, he walks along the shore. He scoops water into his hands and playfully splashes you. You laugh and splash him back, lighthearted and loving. Together, you laugh, jump, and play as if the entire universe is celebrating the moment you finally found one another. Then he spins you around again and again, lovingly, gently. With every turn, you feel more love, more tenderness, more softness flowing through your body. You reach your hands toward him. You hold his hand once more. And again, you rest within his embrace. Together, you continue to spin gently. And now, it is time to return. keeping this feeling, this recognition, this infinite love, this dissolving into the universe deep within you. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Feel yourself returning to your body. Feel how comfortable and safe you are. And know we are forever connected. He is here, so close to you, all around you. Now very gently, open your eyes and return to this world. A world that is waiting for your light. And now take a moment to create, paint, draw, sing. Feel this energy and allow it to materialize into something beautiful. The more often you connect with Him, the more often you remember this meeting through this practice, the stronger the connection becomes. And the more feminine and spiritual practices you embrace, awakening your feminine power, the stronger your bond with Him will grow. And through this, His physical presence may enter your life more naturally. And to accelerate this process, help others discover it as well. Tell others about Onome. Become a stream of love and care, a light for those who are searching. Share this deep feminine wisdom with other women. Share this practice with them or another sacred feminine practice, and experience for yourself how deeply it will fill your heart with happiness. Сделайте глубокий-глубокий вдох,
Take a deep, deep breath in
глубокий-глубокий выдох.
and a deep, deep breath out.
Вернитесь из этого путешествия с открытым сердцем, с контактом с вашим Онome.
Return from this journey with an open heart, with contact with your Onoma.
Специально для вас мы записали эту большую практику соединения с Онome и рады с вами ею поделиться. Пишите, пожалуйста, чтобы мы вам ее выслали. Этой практики пока нет нигде в выложенных материалах.
We have specifically recorded this great practice for you of connecting with Onome, and we're happy to share it with you. Please, we will be happy to publish it because it's not been yet published anywhere else.
Да. Итак, практику Онome. Если вы будете делать ее каждый день, то будет трансформироваться ваша энергия и открываться ваш потенциал.
So, if you do Onome practice every day, then your energy will be transformed and your potential will be revealed.
Да? И как вы сейчас увидели, с каждым разом, когда вы эту практику выполняете, вы притягиваете свое Онome в виде физического партнера вот с этими качествами вам в жизнь.
And as you have now seen, each time you perform this practice, you attract your Onome in the form of a physical partner with these qualities into your life.
Да. С каждым выполнением практики вы на один шаг, на какое-то расстояние притягиваете встречу с этим человеком в физическом мире, вот с этими качествами.
Each time you do this practice, you make it one step closer for your ideal partner to come to this physical world, your ideal partner with these qualities.
Каждый раз, когда вы делаете эту практику соединения со своим Онome, вы открываете качества эти внутри себя, поэтому этот человек и появляется в вашей судьбе и начинает идти к вам.
Every time you do this practice of connecting with your Onome, you open these qualities within yourself. Therefore, this person appears in your destiny and begins to come to you.
И каждый раз, когда вы выполняете эту практику, вы направляете силу Онаме на вашего имеющегося достойного партнера, чтобы Онаме его преобразовало.
Each time you do this practice, you direct the power of this practice towards your existing worthy partner so that it can transform him.
Да. Делайте, пожалуйста, эту древнюю тантрическую эту медитацию каждый день.
Please perform this ancient tantric meditation every day.
Вы достойны большего. Вы достойны самых лучших партнеров в жизни, а это метод, как таких людей притянуть в свою жизнь.
You deserve more. You deserve the best partners in life. And this is a method of attracting such people into your life.
Вот. И пишите, пожалуйста, кто хотел бы эту практику выполнять каждый день, мы вам ее вышлем. Пишите ваши вопросы, не стесняйтесь записываться на индивидуальную работу, потому что вы рождены, чтобы быть счастливой.
And please write to us if you would like to do this practice every day that we have brought to you. Write your questions. Don't hesitate to write and to sign up for individual work because you were born to be happy.
И мы с вами встретимся ровно через неделю.
And we will meet exactly in a week.
До скорой встречи.
See you soon.
And here we are again at the retreat. It's amazing. You feel like you're rising to a new level, and life becomes more interesting and joyful. Boundaries disappear, insights come, and the desire to grow becomes stronger and stronger. So a huge, huge thank you to the spiritual school. It is simply wonderful, magical.
Help people and God will help you. You've probably heard this phrase many times, but what does it really mean? You can't imagine how many women ask us, why, after I invite someone to a seminar, to classes, when I pass on one of your books, or tell someone how your classes or individual practices helped me, when I invite them, why miracles happen in my life at that moment? Not just for the person who came to classes and seminars thanks to this, but specifically in my life. I don't seem to be doing anything special. It's a very common question, because at that moment, when you guide people on the spiritual path towards development, lead them to the light and to God, the higher mind helps you, and real miracles happen. In this video, I will tell you how the magic of transformation happens through the flow. You have probably felt it when you started praying for someone. At that moment, a bright flow of pure energy descends upon you, and you immediately feel fabulously good. Have you ever felt like this? And if you pray not only for one person, maybe for your close relative, a loved one, but pray for a group of people, for several people, or maybe you have participated in our huge prayers for the whole world, performed rituals on sacred places, attended seminars, and performed huge circle meditations. Have you had such an experience? If yes, at that moment you felt an incredible flow emanating from the spirit of the egregore, which immediately filled you. How does it happen? What is the miracle and magic of the flow of transformation? Precious ones, when you come to a seminar or class, when you come under the protection of the spirit of the egregore, you receive a flow of energy to fulfill all your desires. That's why luck immediately accompanies you. things go uphill, you feel better, and relationships with loved ones improve. However, fulfilling all our desires is not the ultimate dream for the soul of an angel. And if you have an angelic soul inside yourself, you feel the need to help other people so that their lives become as joyful, bright, and vivid as yours became after seminars and classes, right? If you have an angelic soul, you always want to help others, do something kind, love giving gifts to people. Do you feel this inner response? If yes, your soul is an angel's soul, which means that through you, people go towards the light, towards goodness, towards God, and they themselves begin to change their lives for the better. This means that angels, the bright spirits, seek to manifest through you. Studies were conducted at the University of California, where scientists tried to understand how prayer affects a person. Why does a person's well-being and even health improve during meditation and deep introspection? During experiments with a group of people, it was found that during prayer, a special energy field forms around a person. Vortex flows twist in such a way that it completely harmonizes their condition, and their subtle bodies are filled with immense energy. All of this was recorded by equipment. At the same time, each person praying at that moment strengthened others if they prayed in a group. And the larger the group of people, the more the energy field of each participant amplified. At that moment, their condition harmonized, stress and depression disappeared. The person began to feel better, and their body quickly recovered and healed. Among the participants in this experiment were those who not only prayed but also connected to the egregore field, connected to a higher divine influence. The energy field of such individuals was dozens of times stronger and more powerful than all the other people praying. Thus, it has been proven that while praying and caring for others, while conducting the flow of energy through oneself, a person becomes brighter, healthier, and attracts all good events into their lives. This influence primarily extends to their close ones, which is why relationships within the family harmonize. Even their closest relatives, parents and children, receive benevolent, pure energy that transforms their lives as well. What scientists were able to demonstrate through experiments and various equipment has long been known to shamans, priestesses, and tutors. It is the universal law of help people and God will help you. When you help others, perform good deeds, angels and all the bright spirits notice it, and the spirit of the egregore begins to help you. The more people you help, share wise books, provide links to our seminars, classes, YouTube channels, Telegram channels, the more people you connect to the light and goodness, the greater flow the spirit of the egregore sends to you. This can be compared to the pressure of water being poured onto you. When you do an energy practice for yourself and your close ones, you receive a certain flow of energy. However, the more people to whom you want to transmit this energy, to inspire, lead them to the light, show them the possibility of the spiritual path, the path of happiness and development, the larger the flow pours onto you, like a mighty and powerful waterfall. It grows in a tremendous geometric progression, and this energy transforms you and is transmitted to your close ones. It goes to the tree of your entire lineage, and even your distant relatives, even your ancestors who are now praying for you in the subtle level, those who, seeking you as the elder of your lineage, ask you to redeem the karma of the entire lineage. They too receive powerful energy from the spirit of the egregore. The fate of each person you guide on the path of light is transformed, and your relatives and loved ones also begin to change. This is an energetic exchange that occurs in your energy field. You can easily notice how the law of the flow, the law of transformation, the law of light works in real life. Angela, one of the women who came to the classes, felt very unwell and depressed. She had already gone through 5 womb surgeries, and doctors could not help her. Cysts were removed, but they kept growing back, and doctors were now recommending a hysterectomy to relieve her suffering. At the same time, she felt very bad and couldn't realize herself at work because she had absolutely no energy. Relationships with her loved ones deteriorated. She constantly argued with her husband, and he was on the verge of leaving the family. Angela felt terrible, and coming to the classes, she asked what she could do. Everyone shrugged their shoulders, and nothing seemed possible to change. The tutor, after diagnosing her, gave her recommendations. Help people and God will help you. She handed her 10 business cards with a link to a website containing the most useful materials, books, spiritual cartoons, knowledge, everything that transforms life for the better. This is your path to happiness, the tutor told her. It is crucial for you to lead people to the light. By changing their lives for the better, you will be able to change yours. Angela was so inspired by the radiance, the light emanating from the tutor, that taking these business cards as sacred relics, she began to genuinely invite people to classes and seminars, distributing these cards, charging each one with immense love and from a pure heart. She immediately began to feel better just from the thought and desire to help other people. When she invited 2 women, she felt that her lower belly no longer pulled or hurt. A week later, she went for tests, and she was told that her womb was completely clean, that the hysterectomy surgery they had suggested was absolutely unnecessary. Doctors were shocked at how such a result could happen within a week. This had greatly inspired Angela. She didn't stop. She went to the tutor and asked for more business cards, more opportunities to help people. She did it everywhere. In the hospital, she invited women to the classes. In public transport, wherever she was, every woman she wanted to help immediately received from her a business card, a book, a link, a smile, a compliment, inspiration. Angela helped everyone, and she began to shine so brightly that it was impossible not to notice. Her husband fell in love with her all over again, started giving her luxurious flowers. They went on vacation. She felt simply wonderful. Now she has her own center where hundreds of women are involved. She really managed to save hundreds of destinies because behind each of these women is a family, loved ones, children, and Angela helped them all, conducting the spirit of the egregore, listening to her heart, fearing nothing. You too can feel how it works right now. Right now, tune to your heart. Rub your palms together vigorously until they are warm, and feel the energy from the spirit of the egregore coming from the screen. Take in this energy, breathe it in, and placing your palms on your heart, closing your eyes, visualize now those whom you want to help. Visualize your family and loved ones, those to whom you want to direct benevolent energy. At first, familiar faces will appear before your eyes, but then you will see the eyes and faces of those women whom you have not yet met. But they are praying now. They are asking for help. They are appealing to the higher mind. They are suffering. They are in pain and often cannot find a way out. Whether in abusive relationships or in an unloved job, or perhaps enduring pain, illness, they are asking now, seeking support and a way out. Feel that the spirit of the egregore wants to manifest itself through you. Take a deep breath. Inhale the energy emanating from the spirit of the egregore. And as you exhale, direct it to these women and say, I help people, and God helps me. I want to guide hundreds, thousands of people on the path of light. I feel that this is my destiny. I lead people to the spirit of the egregore. I transmit to them the greatest knowledge. I inspire them for development. I bring light and love to the whole world. I help people and God helps me. Let it be so. Feel how the stream of light and energy has already transformed you. It is pouring onto your loved ones. Very soon you will meet these women. Do not miss a single opportunity to do good for them, to give them love and light, to pass on the link to our channel, to our website, to invite them to classes. You feel that you have the soul of an angel. And right now, send this video to all those who also want to help other people and change their lives for the better. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to always be in the flow of energy and light. Watch our spiritual cartoons, read spiritual books on our websites. Fill yourself with light, love, and share it with everyone around you. Let it be so.
The greatest knowledge brought to earth must not be hidden. It must flow like a river. It must resound like a bell, awakening those who can still hear. You have felt it. You know it is true, so let others know it as well. Carry this light to those around you. Share it with your friends, your acquaintances, with all who seek answers and do not know where to find them. Bring it not with words of judgment, but with the energy of love. Invite women not to a lecture, but to a journey, to a place of power where the earth itself will help them open. Give women this book. Show women this video. Tell women about your experience, the most precious thing you possess.
Do you dream of true love and harmonious relationships? I invite you into a space of transformation where the secrets of real love are revealed.
At our gathering, you will walk the path toward understanding your feminine and masculine power.
You will learn the ancient secrets of love and master tantric practices and ceremonies to attract a worthy partner.
Don't miss your chance to become happy.
Find our friends through the links in the description.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.